Welcome to the Ultimate Hockey League of the world. This week it's the Richmond Coconut Meat versus the Stanley Park Shadows. Knees McQueen in net for the Meat, while number 60, Dan Pretty Boy Elliott, piped up for the Shadows. Stanley Park starts the game with a four-way passing play off the opening draw. Scott Fogden's perfect cross-ice pass is too perfect. No score. The story of the first period was goaltending. First, let's take a look at Dan Elliott's shine.
You gotta make those easy saves look dramatic. You know what I mean? All right, now remember this move, folks. Remember this move.
Got that? According to Grapes, Elliott might not be as good as we all think he is. At the other end of the rink, McQueen was strong on his knees as always. The Shadows were attacking hard off the sideboards, but McQueen had remarkable positioning. After last week's rookie hat trick, Matt Chan was held goalless the entire game. And when you can't finish at one end, that's usually when you get burned at the other. With the Shadows in too deep, Tyler Weir is going to make a blind pass right to me and a big hole up the middle. I'm going to find Mike Brown for a set play. Notice how Brown crosses in behind the defense. His angle allows me to make an easy fake to my backhand, and a Henrik Sedin drop pass usually gives Daniel a gaping wide open net. Even though Elliott's heroics almost made the save of the century, Brown plays it smart and stops for the rebound. 1-0 Coconut Meat. The first goal seems to rile up both goalies, and they refuse to allow any goals for the next 10 minutes. Back and forth we go, end to end, but nothing was working for both teams. Until Dan Fetty Confetti makes a big defensive stop and leads a counterattack. Watch how he taps the puck to himself. Great control by Confetti. Then Tyler Weir takes a page out of the Patrick Kane behind the back passing book and finds Fogden for a classic scooter goal. Confetti reminds us all just how great a good defensive play makes an even better offensive one. Then finding Tyler Weir, who hypnotizes everyone. McQueen scoots by Fogden and he makes him pay. 1-1 tie game. If there's one way to stop Weir, it's probably to let him have a breakaway. He seems to run out of ideas the closer he gets to the net. Now it's time to get the puck to Ian Walker, who brings out the old give and go with Ryan Lucy. Talk about using the force, Skywalker. 2-1 Meat. And how about Ryan Lucy, quickly thawing from 2 years in frozen carbonite, and he's looking like Skywalker's Han Solo on this goal. Back come the Stanley Park Shadows, and Weir decides to shoot this time. Lucy asked me what to do on this one, and on the replay, I would just get your stick out in front of that shot. If anything, your stick is going to block the shot, break, and you can buy a new one from me with the insider discount. Now it's time for Jeopardy! The answer. When he does this, he'll wipe out you, the goalie, the net, and your whole family. What is a Fogden DUI? Correct. Midway through the game, the ref is going to call a hooking call against the Meat. However, the rule book states that if the play is only stick on stick, no penalty should be assessed. Nonetheless, the Stanley Park Shadows get the power play they need to control the game. They play a nice three-man blue line, and the German Giant slap shot puts the Shadows up by 1, 3-2. Now, with all the momentum for the Shadows, and the Meat totally dejected by that tough penalty call, the Shadows are going to get 3 breakaways in a row. One for Weir. Fogden is usually money when he's in alone, but tonight he's flat broke. And finally, McQueen stuffs Confetti to get the goalie's natural hat trick. So, with all these chances at one end, you must know what's coming. An odd man rush the other way, and check out the scooter goal from Brown and Parfenek. We sure knew how to finish on this night. Check out McQueen, all excited about his breakaway saves turning into a goal the other way. And after the commercial break, we'll check out the momentum swing as Ian Walker storms Elliott and the Shadows. Coming up right after this. Want to get some spark in your shot? Base hockey not only makes great hockey sticks, but we teach you how to use the force too. Second half, and the goals are going to come furious. Let's get started with another Brown and Parfinet combo. This time Brown sets up a puck for the easy one-timer. B&P are probably the most dangerous duo since Brett Hull and Adam Oates. Elliott is wise to attack their passes before the shot. Skywalker feeds off the LePuck-Brown puck possession and hits 2 posts in as many minutes. It's like Bullseye and Wamprats in his T16. Frustration setting in, and Scott Fogden decides enough is enough. However, Fogden and Brown look more like Michael Flatley doing an old Irish jig in a river dance. Next stop, Broadway. Twin Gurman adds to McQueen's breakaway saves, and shortly after that, Ian Robertson is going to push the limits of his nagging knee injury. It looks like he might need a tighter brace to try that move. Ivan Bartuk gets a rare turnover in his favor, however McQueen is equal to the task. Finally, the Shadows get a lucky bounce that is batted out of midair by Fogden. Fogden ties the game 4-4 with a nice little line drive single. The Shadows were looking to take the lead, but they forgot about defense, and Brown is going to make them pay again. This time with Ryan Lucy, they connect on a 2-on-0 passing play. No chance for Pretty Boy, and Brown decides to rub in the salt. 5-4 meet. Fogden continues to get breakaways with no results, and McQueen is really getting him mad. So why not give him one more right away to make things even worse? Someone is going to make me cough up the puck at the blue line, but you can take that chance when your goaltender is as hot as Johnny Bauer from 62 to 64. Back come Brown and Lucy, as dangerous as ever. This time Lucy connects and almost gets the goal of the night. The Shadows are going to tie up the game one more time. This time they get McQueen with a simple shot and rebound by Confetti. 5-5, and the defense looks sleepy. Brown continues his onslaught of amazing plays. Check out this pass to a wide open Skywalker. However, Elliott is there for the big save. But The Return of the Jedi was a great movie, and apparently Skywalker has figured out the evil Empire's weakness, and I quote, "Lateral movement opens up Vader's 5-hole." 6-5, and the goalies decide to change it up. Right off the bat, the Meats show no love for ex-goalie, and McQueen is going to get a dose of the lethal duo. This is actually totally blown coverage in a defensive zone face-off by the Shadows. Nobody playing proper position, and Parfinet mesmerizes everyone with some nifty puck movement. Tic-tac-toe, and it's 7-5 meet. The Richmond Coconut Meat were quickly taking over the scoreboard. Firm and speed is too much to handle late in the game, and Mike Brown is going to pick up another give-and-go assist, 8-5. But, like a good stubborn Croatian, Ivan Bartok never says die. He makes a defensive stop and leads Chan and Weir to the promised land, catching Pretty Boy suntanning on top of his net. No chance to get set, and the Shadows are coming out of the shadow, 8-6. The instant replay shows just how long Elliott likes to play with fire before he gets burned. Trying to make up for his blunder, Pretty Boy makes another easy save look miraculous. This time he throws in some gymnastics. The early breakaway pass by the Croatian has gotten to Bartok's head, as he decides to skip the easy outlet pass for a wild windmill blind pass up the middle of the ice. You have to admire the courage for this suicide bomb. However, this one is worse than a bad day in Bosnia, and the Meat sealed the deal 9-6. The Shadows get one more goal at the buzzer, but it was too little too late, and the Coconut Meat takes top spot in the standings with a convincing 9-7 victory. Next week, look for changes in the Shadows lineup, as they seem to be falling apart faster than a bunch of Toronto Maple Leafs in the springtime. Anyways, that's all for now. Keep your head up, and I'll see you next time.